Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of the podcast titled St. Mark. St. Mark is the name of a poem by D.H. Lawrence, and I'm going to read that poem and discuss it after I've finished reading. St. Mark by D.H. Lawrence. There was a lion in Judah which whelped and was Mark, but winged, a lion with wings, at least in Venice, even as late as Daniel Manning. Why should he have wings? Is he to be a bird also, or a spirit, or a winged thought, or a soaring consciousness? Evidently he is all that, the lion of the spirit. Ah, Lamb of God, would a wingless lion lie down before thee, as this winged lion lies, the lion of the spirit? Once he lay in the mouth of a cave and sunned his whiskers and lashed his tail slowly, thinking of voluptuousness, even of blood. But later, in the sun of the afternoon, having tasted all there was to taste, and having slept his fill, he fell to frowning, as he lay with his head on his paws, and the sun coming in through the narrowest fibril of a slit in his eyes. So, 9/10 asleep, motionless, bored, and statically angry, he saw in a shaft of light a lamb on a pinnacle, balancing a flag on its paw, and he was thoroughly startled. Going out to investigate, he found the lamb beyond him on the inaccessible pinnacle of light, so he put his paw to his nose and pondered. "Guard my sheep," came the silvery voice from the pinnacle, "and I will give thee the wings of the morning." So the lion of the senses thought it was worth it. Hence he became a curly sheepdog with dangerous propensities, as Carpaccio will tell you, ramping around, guarding the flock of mankind, sharpening his teeth on the wolves, ramping up through the air like a kestrel, and lashing his tail above the world, and enjoying the sensation of heaven and righteousness and voluptuous wrath. There is a new sweetness in his voluptuously licking his paw, now that it is a weapon of heaven. There is a new ecstasy in his roar of desirous love, now that it sounds self-conscious through the unlimited sky. He is well aware of himself, and he cherishes voluptuous delights and thinks about them, and ceases to be a bloodthirsty king of beasts, and becomes the faithful sheepdog of the shepherd, thinking of his voluptuous pleasures of chasing the sheep to the fold, and increasing the flock, and perhaps giving a real nip here and there, a real pinch, but always well meant. And somewhere there is a lioness, the she-mate. Whelps play between the paws of the lion, the she-mate purrs. Their castle is impregnable, their cave. The sun comes in their lair. They are well off, a well-to-do family. Then the proud lion stalks abroad, alone, and roars to announce himself to the wolves, and also to encourage the Red Cross lamb, and also to ensure a goodly increase in the world. Look at him, with his paw on the world, at Venice and elsewhere, going blind at last. So that's the poem. That's the poem by D.H. Lawrence, St. Mark. He has other poems named after saints, and he wrote many poems in his life that you can get in all sorts of collected editions of his work. He was born in 1885 and died 1930, so he was very young when he died. He left a huge amount of work for somebody who lived such a short life. Some of his most famous novels are Sons and Lovers, Women in Love, The Fox, but he's probably best known for Lady Chatterley's Lover, which was banned both in the UK and in the US at one moment in time. I'm a big fan of D.H. Lawrence, and I wanted to share that poem because in episode 2 I read a poem by him that Gene Spracklen chose and chose to respond to, and though that poem's good, I feel like this one's much better, so I wanted to share it with you in case you were curious about other D.H. Lawrence work, or maybe you like D.H. Lawrence but you've never heard this poem. So that's the video. Thank you for listening, and as always, all the best. Cheers.